I love it.
Defending Biden. But yeah, once again, we talked about this and what they're going after him for right now, what they got him for. And I mean, literally, the prosecutor said that he had information for Barr months ago. We reported on it, what Hunter was getting, and everything involved in Burisma. We're going to show it and stuff. But there's also the whole part, fam, where he was a part of regime change as well. We're fueling the NGOs with George Soros that we're not going to even talk about. But this is old news, and the fact that people are saying, what's going on in Ukraine with Biden? We asked Norman Solomon, who is a Biden tear-it-apart expert who's done videos on the Real News Network. He wasn't even aware what was going on in Ukraine. He had heard about stuff, but we already did the investigating on it. Take a look. Straight out abuse of power. And it says, forget creepy. Biden has a major Ukraine problem. And then The Hill also reported, and this guy, John Solomon. Now, you might not have saw a lot of this stuff, fam, on MSNBC and CNN. They kind of glossed over it. Because obviously, that's the establishment network. But now we have some serious problem. And the basic skinny about it is, and you could look at the Hill article by Solomon. It said Joe Biden's 2020 Ukrainian nightmare, a closed probe is revived. And even what's going on is like there's talk about the Ukraine prosecutor talking with Trump's with Trump's what is Barr? Anthony Barr. Talking with Barr about sharing this information, about reopening this case. And the skinny is Joe Biden was Obama's front man in Ukraine, and he abused his power to get the Ukrainian head prosecutor, fired so he could put in his own friendly prosecutor that would drop the probe of corruption against this natural gas company called Burisma. Now, remember that name. Because the only problem is that Joe Biden's son, Hunter, is on the board of Burisma. Okay? So once they were free of conviction and Joe Biden was on camera, he just recently bragged about it again. He threatened not to give Ukraine, remember the side he backed in their coup, he threatened to not give Ukraine the billions of dollars in aid if they didn't fire this prosecutor right there. And then he was fired 6 hours later, and they took the case, the probe, and they shipped it to another division. And then after that, the money came going. And if you don't know who Hunter Biden is, Hunter Biden served in the Navy for 1 month because he got popped doing cocaine. They signed all these waivers. He was over the age of 40, got it to go in as an ensign, as an officer. His daddy paved the way, and then he did cocaine, and they threw him out of the Navy. The Navy. Now, it shows U.S. bank records show Hunter Biden's American-based firm, Rosemont Seneca Partners, LLC, received regular transfers into accounts, usually more than $166,000 a month from Burisma from the spring of 2014 to the fall of 2015, during the period when Vice President Joe Biden was the main official dealing with Ukraine in its tense relations with Russia. So here goes Joe Biden abusing his power. And he funneled, they give billions of dollars of Joe tax dollars money, your tax dollars, went to Ukraine, and then they used this money, fam, a piece of this money, to funnel it through a company to give it to Hunter Biden. And let's not also forget that Joe Biden is a self-proclaimed Zionist on top of all this stuff. But we'll get to that after. So, fam.
Wow.
I mean, they're going to reopen this case. They're going to start speaking to the Justice Department now. So this is something that could sack Joe Biden quickly. Boom.
Okay.
Boom. Fam, aren't you proud of me sometimes? Don't I do some good work? I mean, she's known as the Brainiac here, does all this great work.
He's just here for the looks.
That's why I'm here, but fam, I do some good work on foreign policy every once in a while. And 6 months ago, look what I brought us.
Absolutely, fam. And again, we were on top of this, but the whole point of this is that this was all about Joe Biden and what Joe Biden was doing and what his son was doing. And he was actually talking to foreign governments.
Oh, yeah.
To basically collude and make money. So why wasn't he in trouble? Why did MSNBC and CNN never talk about this until right now when they're trying to pin it against Trump? And again, Trump isn't the horse I want to die on, but the fact of the matter is that this is going to give the right a very, very strong argument that the Democrats are full of it, that they're hypocrites, that this is why the American people should vote for them.
Yep.
And it's in turn going to hand Donald Trump re-election.
Slow clap. Slow clap for the Democrats for putting Donald Trump back in office for another 4 years.
Because what's not going to happen is, sure, it could get through the House or the House. It's not going to get through the Senate. It's not going to get through both. And what's not going to happen is we're not going to have Trump removed from office. It's either not going to go anywhere. It's going to get through one thing, but it's not going to get through both. And it's definitely not going to remove him from office. So this is all a giant waste of time in an effort to fully vindicate Biden and the Democrats and focus on Trump and the Republicans, because that's all Democrats can do. So the American public doesn't hold them accountable to anything, because they still, since 2016, they refuse to take themselves accountable to anything. They completely went from Russiagate to Ukrainegate because they have nothing left. Yep. And the only thing they have left is to tell you guys that you need to vote for them because Donald Trump sucks. And that's it. And they repeat it in any way, shape, or form 1 million times over, and that's all they have.
Yeah. A random nobody with $100 super chat. Random nobody.
Thank you, random nobody.
You're a special somebody to me. It's a steaming pile of bull, he says. That's what it is. The maneuver is designed to eliminate Biden. Trump will survive because the Republicans are just as corrupt as the Democrats and will never vote for impeachment. Yeah, but you know what? This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. I'm sorry. This has everything to do with Joe Biden. We were in there looking at this stuff for a long time. And like I said, not just the whole NGOs from George Soros and all that part and the way he was playing both sides of the government. These are the financial trackings. And even Ron Sten said on a $5 super chat, Ron Sten says, and thank you very much for the $5 super chat, it's worse. The DNC had a spy in the Ukraine that leaked Paul Manafort's data and gave us Russiagate. Biden is a linchpin of corruption, just like Hillary. You're absolutely 100% right. All the dirt that was gained on Manafort had nothing to do with Russia, had everything to do with Ukraine, and they had the information from the inside. Why? Because they got moles planted everywhere in that government, because that's what we do. We go in there, we put our own people, and this was Biden under Obama. Sorry.
Yeah. No, and again, like, if you want to impeach Trump, you can use the emoluments, but they're not going to do that because it implicates every single one of these Democrats. Yes. It implicates the majority of Pelosi, Schumer, Feinstein. I mean, we could have even gone after Obama for allowing this to happen.
We could have.
That's the thing, but they won't.
But Obama's foreign policy was horrible. Horrible. You talk about what Biden and Hillary did to this man? They tainted his name. And I shouldn't say this man. He allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
And here's one more thing, too, right? We have to show this. Just to show you proof. Biden is so stupid that he bragged about what he did. And he's trying to distort it and try to make it look like he was removing corruption. No, dummy. You bragged about it. Here it is. Take a look at this. In 2006, Ukrainian prosecutor General Viktor Shogin, that was good, in his investigation of the corruption involving Burisma Holding, a natural gas company, identified Hunter Biden as a recipient of over $3 million. Not wanting this corruption exposed, Joe Biden swung into action using U.S. loan guarantees as hostage while demanding Shokin be fired.
I remember going over convincing our team or others to convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
Yeah, he was solid, fam. He made sure that Hunter Biden got all that money, over $3 million, 166,000.
Isn't that collusion?
It's right there.
I mean, I'm just saying, isn't that collusion? If we're gonna be hypocrites, Democrats, you're going to continue electing people like Donald Trump because they're going to use that and weaponize it against you, just in case you haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. Donald Smead, he said, Tulsi did an interview where she said she is not for impeachment. She gave great reasons why she does not. Have you seen it yet? Of course we did right away, because this is the second time. She says clearly, and she said this before, it shouldn't be Congress that removes Donald Trump. It should be the people. And the people should vote him out, so they should stay out of it. And not only that, you're going to say, I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah, but the impeachment is going to lift him up and actually give him another term.
Well, yeah, but not only that, is that she talked about how if she's not a lawyer, but if you look at it, nobody's going to say, oh, this is something that he should be, impeached for. There's just, it's just ridiculous because he's doing it as a response to what Biden did. And you can, of course, question him on that. But why wasn't Biden brought to any sort of justice? Why didn't they investigate when it came to Biden? Why did they completely bury this up until Donald Trump did something about it? You're kind of just giving the right a more reason to win.
We do have a $50 super chat from Random Nobody, who is a special somebody to me. To finish, this is to get Biden out of the way, to try and weaken Trump, and to get Warren in office. Warren will not beat Trump. No, Schneid will not.
No, she
has no chance.
Right.
And I really, it's so funny because we did this 6 months ago. We said on the day he announced, Bobby Boucher, the chickens is going to come home to roost, and this stuff is going to come on out, and it's really going to be damaging. Donald Schmid also says a $5 super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Donald.
And to all you people who give us these super chats, thank you. We're putting this into play. We're going to have some big announcements coming up. We got some big events coming up. We have the debate. We have Politicon. We're going to talk to you people, and we're going to get to work. But Donald Schmid says, I love that word name, Donald Schmid. What's your name? Donald Schmid. I think the phone caller leaker actually worked for Trump's election campaign. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think this is all obviously manipulated, and there's a reason. The reason why Pelosi's going after this, fam. Why do you think Pelosi's going after this now?
I think Pelosi still wants to just hide the fact that Donald Trump is sending troops to Saudi Arabia right now, and the only person calling that out, Tulsi Gabbard, while the rest of the Democrats sit in silence, and we could possibly have another war with Iran.
They don't sit in silence. The rest of the Democrats
they promote it.
are Donald Trump must be impeached. He's committed crimes. It's like, where were you guys when Biden was doing this? Where were you? I mean, if we really want to talk about impeachment, we should have impeached the last few presidents as well. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the reason I get so angry at this isn't because I want to defend Donald Trump and I don't want him to be impeached. It is because I want to prevent his reelection. It is because I want to prevent somebody like him from being reelected. Yeah. Because I'm looking at the pieces going forward ahead, 5-10 moves ahead. Yeah. And all people are looking at is the reactionary Trump derangement syndrome when they get to hate on Trump. It is so easy to hate on Trump. It is so popular. Yeah. It's what gets you likes. It's what gets you views. It's what gets you the whole neoliberal establishment to like you. But does it do anything for the American people? No. Instead of discussing impeachment, which now we're wasting our time discussing it, we could be discussing, like Ipasta said, the impending war with Iran via using Saudi Arabia as an excuse. Mm-hmm. We could also be discussing the fact that we are still in a primary. We're not discussing Medicare for all. We're not discussing what Warren is doing and how she's manipulating everything, how the media is propping her up, painting her as a progressive when she is anything but that. Yeah. But instead, we're here discussing Donald Trump yet again and trying to paint a new neo-McCarthy smear with Ukraine Gate and making this all about Trump, which is going to make it about Trump, and is going to put him in the White House yet again. Because as I said, what we're not going to get is him to be completely removed from office. We're not going to get that until we vote him out. Yeah. And the worst part of all of this is the majority of the people pushing this impeachment, all of the centrists pushing this impeachment, are very, very willing to put Biden or Elizabeth Warren as a Democratic nominee. So are you really serious about removing Donald Trump from office? Or are you just playing this political game of political football where the American people lose on either end?
Yeah, and I will not vote for Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Won't happen. I'll write in Bernie. I'll write in Tulsi. I'll vote Green Party, Third Party. I don't care, but I will not vote for those people. I will not remove one identity just to put in another pro-war faction, especially when they're showing this type of actions where you see what they were doing in Ukraine. Everything's coming out right now. Everything's coming out, and these people were corrupt to the core. And the fact that you see Elizabeth Warren walking around with Hillary Clinton, it's like they don't even care. They think the American people are stupid.
They think you're stupid.
They think you're stupid, and it's dumb. Stupid. Anna Acevedo, did I say it right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, she's over on the Facebook. Thank you so much. Gabriel Ramirez, what up, fam? How you doing?
Fam.
Becky.
Jeannie
True Jenkins, love it.
Jenny.
Michiko's in the house. Donald Tafe. Who's that? Don't know. Barbara Domingos Manguria. And that's over on our Facebook. Also, Michael Toxer with a TZ. I don't know if I said it right. I'm sorry if that was really, really loud. We have a $20 super chat on the MCSC network.
Sup, MCSC. No, it's on your side.
Oh, you always do that to me. Pelosi pushing this now because all 2020 candidates will now be dragged into the issue gives Warren a chance to grandstand on her legal repertoire, takes focus away from the M4 Medicare for All, war, etc., and disadvantages
Absolutely.
Bernie Sanders.
Absolutely.
Convo Couch, you guys with the super chats, we love you. Thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed to our Convo Couch YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Rockfin, ROKFIN.
Twitter,
we'll talk
Facebook,
about
Rockfin, Twitch, Instagram. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. That's right. It's not collusion. It's extortion. And this is Mike Unge, our boy. But let's file what Biden did alongside Seth Rich murder investigation. BleachBit, Epstein suicide, and all the other shenanigans. P.S. Random Nobody rocks. Yes, Random Nobody, you do rock. Thank you for the super chat.
Because when the Democratic Party is involved, then there's no accountability. That's the problem. And that empowers the right. That's why a lot of people walked away from the Democratic Party. We got Ron Sten. Don't forget what Tulsi put out. What's that? Rensten. I'm sorry. Rensten. Don't forget what Tulsi put out, the End Presidential Wars Act today. Bernie and Tulsi are getting screwed with this propaganda from the past. Absolutely. $5 Rensten. And Random Nobody, who's still awesome. He went 100, he went 50, he went 20, he went 5. We love you, buddy. You don't have to do the $1.99 one. You did so much great stuff for us. They don't think we're stupid. They know that most voters are uninformed because they listen and watch the propaganda. They write the narrative. Let's not also forget they are consumed. They are working 2 or 3 jobs. Right. It's not the fact that you're just naive. They're consumed. And education is broken. And like George Carlin said, it's broken for a reason. It's by design, and it will never get fixed. Well, I'm hoping that it will get fixed. I'm hoping that we can fix it. But once again, it is by design. They want to keep us uneducated, unaware, consumed, working. And the average worker today has to work almost double what they had to do before. That's why all the tax codes that came out, they benefit the older, the elites, the rich, the money, the people up top, and they don't do anything for the workers down below. There are so many things that I don't like that Donald Trump has done. There are a few things he's done that I do appreciate, but there are so many things that we just don't talk about it because the Democrats never addressed poverty. They never addressed the homeless people on the street. You know, we have 600,000 homeless people on the street. You know, people have 3 jobs nowadays. Half the workforce makes $30,000 or less. Donald Trump didn't improve the lives of these people down below in the middle class. You know, he stabilized and put Band-Aids over stuff, and he helped people who have money in the market. And his foreign policy has been pretty bad. But yet we're talking about things that really lift him up and promote him. And this Ukraine gate is just going to put more ammunition behind Donald Trump when he can attack the Democrats down the road for being corrupt and then trying to hide it. All right. That's enough, right? Yep. You got to get your hair done. There's another one on the MCSC network. Is that the $20 one? I don't see that one. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Oh, not that one. My bad. Anthony Valente, Paisan. Thanks for your show. Guys, you are great. Thank you so much, Anthony, Paisan, Tony. We love you. We got to get out of here. We got some more stuff. Please go on over to the Rockfin, guys. That's what we're all about. We want to move everybody over to the Rockfin. Yep. It is a cryptocurrency, blockchain-based type of platform where the creators have a lot of incentive to do work, and we're taking power back from Wall Street. They have live streaming over there. It's a lot of great stuff. There's a lot of MMA stuff. If you're an MMA fan, go on over there. And hopefully more people will be joining this platform soon. There's a lot of fish, a lot of worms and hooks in the water. Mm-hmm. So please go on over. For Pasta Jardula. And Fiorella Isabel. Jonny Sue on the 1s and 2s. Come out. We love you all. Thank you for the super chat contributions. Bye. See you on Patreon.